Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised.
There had been no rain for a long time. However, I'm not sure whether it rains here at all. What a stupid idea. Of course it does. The plants need moisture. The night was fresher than the afternoon, but the air still hadn't enough time to cool. I felt dizzy from the evening stuffiness. Suddenly, I realized that I wanted to swim. It's quite a normal desire because the days are hot and you constantly feel soaked with sweat during the daytime. I didn't even notice that I'd been approaching the pier. Why not the beach? Thoughts of Lena came over me again. Everything I tried to ignore came out and brought lots of inconvenient questions, inappropriate answers, and vague desires. It was obvious that I'd been led to the pier by my subconscious. But what do I really want? To apologize to her for something or convince her of something? No, unlikely. I just wanted to get some sort of reaction from her. I wanted her to say, yes, I understand everything, and just smile. And then I could stop myself from feeling like that. It was unnecessary for me to be understood by someone, even in this world. No, it was necessary. I untied a boat, pushed it into the water, and got in and took up the paddles. It was easier to row this time. My hands were still hurting, but I managed to develop some sort of technique that allowed me to travel quite directly. The river seemed frozen, spreading under the boat like a translucent veil. The moonlight was piercing into the deep water, so it was almost impossible to see the bottom. I started rowing. Surprisingly, the island seemed the same way it did in the daytime. Here, usually everything is different. After dusk, it felt like another world, a mystery world. Scary at times, but beautiful in its own way, a world of shadows and whispers, a nocturnal world. I slowly walked around the island, looking for the boat which Lena took to came here. The grass softly rustled under my feet. The occasional waves peacefully struck the shore and bounced back like flies tired from beating on the grass. The breeze from the water lazily stirred and the leaves of the trees out of habit rather than a real desire to make a night grove sing. I looked at this wonderful picture with such delight that I didn't even notice something until I stumbled into it. It was a boat. Well, of course, she wouldn't get here by swimming. I headed towards the center of the island. After 100 meters, I heard a rustling from behind a tree. "Don't come any closer," Lena whispered. I hesitated. "Don't come any closer," she said louder. How did you know it was me? Though she hadn't indicated that she'd known that. All right. I leaned against the tree, trying not to look behind it. Alyssa told me that you would be here. So what? It was difficult for me to know what emotions Lena was experiencing. Her voice was steady enough, even though I could read irritation and annoyance in it. I could not understand whether she was angry or whether it was all the same to her. That came out awkward. I was doing my best to avoid unnecessary apologies and excuses, but couldn't find other words to use instead. Was that the only reason you came? No, well, I don't know. You don't know, but you still came. Yes. You shouldn't have. Why? Of course, if I'm not bothering you. Why are you following me? She was right. It certainly looked that way. Moreover, I definitely felt attracted to her. You shouldn't think like this. How should I think? Well, I don't know. I can only draw conclusions based on your behavior. I really don't know. I guess I'd better go. I was confused, and it was hard just to be near her. Why? Since you came... I seemed to hear a playful tone in her voice. All right. And? What? What did Alyssa tell you? Nothing special. I see. Yeah. Well then. Yep. We just stayed silent for a while. Since you came, tell me about something. Well, I don't know. For example, what happened this morning? What about what happened this morning? You know. You yourself didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to, but now I want to. Lena's voice trembled. I couldn't understand what was happening at all anymore. Maybe it's not her behind the tree. Don't look. Okay, but what's wrong? Nothing, just don't look. Alright, as you wish. So, nothing happened? Well, something did, but that was all just a silly accident. Then why are you so worried about how I think about it? I'm not worried. And anyway, you yourself, I said louder, beginning to feel irritated. What about me? Why are you so concerned about the situation? Who said I'm concerned about the situation? Then what? Nothing. She said in a whisper and fell silent. Such talk would lead us to nowhere. Lena wouldn't say anything, and I seemed to be too stupid to guess, or even just to be sure about myself. Sorry, I guess it's all my fault. I just cannot understand. Why? What? Why do you keep apologizing? For everything. For what you did. For what you're doing. Even for what you haven't done yet. But... maybe she was right, but I couldn't behave differently. I felt the need to apologize to her. To everyone. So they would not think badly of me, wouldn't laugh at me, so I can put away something unsaid and eliminate misunderstandings. Anyway, that's your business. Lena got angry. Apologize, make excuses, why should I care? Well, okay, I'm not guilty. In fact, I don't think I could be blamed for anything, but then what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Why would something be wrong with me? I don't know, I just think so. Oh, you just think so? She laughed. You speak as if you know me. I didn't answer. Please leave. Lena said after a while. I didn't move. Just could not, had no strength to do so. I wanted nothing at that point. Didn't want to excuse myself, to apologize, I didn't even want her understanding. I was too tired of everything. Why? Just leave. She whispered. I don't want to. Then I'll leave. Let's just go together. No. How long are you going to be offended? By what? What's wrong with you? Everyone here behaves normally except you. I did not care what my words meant, as if they had been said by someone else, and the topic of conversation meant nothing. You really don't understand everything. Alyssa was right. About what? Never mind. I closed my eyes to think it over. No, I can't go. I don't understand. Don't know what to think, what to do. And since when did I stop worrying about my situation in this world or how to get back? Since when was the only thing I can think about Lena, or how others would look at me, or how my actions looked from the other side? It's just stupid, and it's not like me. In fact, it's inappropriate in this situation. In short, I didn't do anything, and don't pretend to justify things which I didn't do. There was no reply. Hey, did you hear me? I finally decided to look to see who was actually hiding behind the tree, but no one was there. So she left. I rushed over to Lena's boat, but she was already far away, almost near the pier. Whatever. I shouted and walked along the shore.